How's it hanging, mobile gamers? Welcome back to Trogsort Mobile Gaming. Today we're going to take a look at infection mode. I know it's been out a little while now. It's one of the newer modes though, and specifically we're going to take a look at what it takes to be the top ranking. Now there's a few ways to win in infection mode. First of all, there's which team wins. There's zombies versus defenders. If the defenders last until the time runs out or kill all the zombies, defenders win. Otherwise, the zombies win. That's pretty simple and straightforward. The next one is, at the end of each round, there is the MVP for the defenders and for the zombies. That one's a little bit trickier. You can spend most of the round being a defender and racking up points like crazy, and then you get turned to a zombie at the end, and you end up getting the MVP for zombie because you're on the zombie team, even though all your damage is done on the defender's team. That one, again, is fairly straightforward, though. It's whoever performed the best in that particular match. The last one is the one I'm actually talking about. It's the leaders board. You've got top 10, top 12, however many people are in the match. It all ranks everybody according to how many points they earned. Now, points are doled out according to a few factors. First of all, and most important, is how much damage you did in the match. It also factors in how many kills you got and other things like that. But basically, it's trying to ascertain how active you were in the match, how much you actually were participating, and how much you actually benefited your team. Now, the best way to do a lot of damage, first of all, stay human as long as possible. It is a lot easier to do a lot of damage with an AKM at a distance than it is with a zombie who has to run up and hit people. That's not to say you can't score points as a zombie. Of course you can, and I've done quite well as zombie. The point is, if you can stay human, you stand a better chance of scoring a high score. Now the second thing is, at the beginning of each round, you will see that I go up to B. I will never start out a match at C unless I'm convinced I'm about to become a zombie, because C is way too vulnerable. It is too easy, and it falls almost every match. If the zombies are smart enough to gang up and run 3 at a time, it is falling. End of discussion. B, on the other hand, if you get 2 or 3 guys up there, it is almost impossible for the zombies to get across to you if you're paying attention. And A is almost as hard. A is a pretty easy one to defend as well. So I always go to B if I can. If I can be the first one there, I lay down and I block anybody from getting across there. Why do I do that? I'm not just being a jerk. I mean, I'm kind of being a jerk. But the point is, if a guy is going to turn into a zombie, I don't want him right next to me. So I block access to jumping across to B until a few seconds before, so that I can hurry and jump across, turn around, and be ready to defend myself in case he turns. The moment everybody has turned to zombie, I am happy to let everybody across that is human. I want it defended. I want it kept safe. So I am not trying to just be a jerk. I am trying to defend myself. You can see right here I'm blocking it. I'm not letting these guys through. There's a few seconds left. Now I get it, but I move. And this time I actually fell. And sometimes it backfires because I did turn into a zombie, and this made it harder for me to get to them. But I had a 50-50 chance. I hadn't turned in the first one. Usually, not always, but usually you turn at least once per match. And so I had a 50-50 chance. I rolled the dice. This time I was unfortunate. I did turn. So now I've got to find other ways to get to these guys. Now when you are a zombie, obviously your goal is to turn people as fast as you can. Corner them. Watch where they're going. Don't just run behind them. Actually corner them, find them, and gang up with the other zombies. If you can get 2 or 3 or 4 zombies rushing the same place at the same time, you stand a really good chance of one of you getting across. And if you can be behind other zombies, that's even better, because then they take all the firing until you can run across. But then once you become a zombie, once you've killed all but 3, and so there's 3 defenders left, you'll see here as we get there, don't pick the one that keeps running back and forth and killing everybody, the one that keeps swinging and fighting. He's likely to kill you. He's probably likely going to die before the end of the match, but he's also likely to kill you. I like to pick the ones that run away from me, because zombies run faster than humans, especially if you're a speed zombie. But even if you're a king, you can almost always catch up with them if they keep their gun up or their knife up, because they do run a little bit slower. So I run behind the defenders, and I keep out behind them. I find one that keeps running away, and I just stay behind him so I can keep doing all the damage. Eventually somebody else always comes along and finishes them off and steals the kill, which sucks, but that's all right. I'm not really here for kills, I'm here for damage. I do all the damage, I get a lot of points on it. The next one is obviously, like I said again, stay human as long as you can. Try and moderate what you use your weapon for. If I'm shooting anything over 20 meters away, I try to remember to switch to my M4 because it's a lot more accurate than the AK. I don't have a lot of attachments that I can play with. If they're coming in closer, I switch to the AK because I can do a lot of damage up close really fast, and it slows them down a lot more than the M4 does. You just got to pay attention to what you're using and what you're doing to these guys as they come. Now you'll see again, I've already become a zombie, so this time I don't think I'm likely at all to become a zombie. I've only had a couple of matches I've ever played where I've been a zombie more than once in the match beginning. And so I come up and I block B again. I don't know who's going to be a zombie and who's not, and so I don't let anybody across. This guy with the wolf head knows the routine. He knows that I'm going to block him for a second here. He still tries to come across. Usually after the first couple, they'll just kind of hang out there. But this time I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to jump across, turn around, and wolf head's not, so I'll let him over. And now we just defend. I control the situation from the get-go. I don't let them have the chance of getting to me. And then watch your back, because the speed zombies can jump from that tall platform to B. They can jump down onto there if they know what they're doing. So you've got to watch them. But as long as you watch your surroundings here and you keep control, you control access, nobody's getting to you. I would say probably 8 or 9 out of 10 matches that I play and I go to B and I block it properly and defend it properly, I don't end up turning into a zombie at all. I end up being one of the final 3 left. And so you'll watch here as I'm just looking around. These zombies are being fairly passive, so I'm going to look for some that are easy marks. If you can find someone who's just standing there as a zombie, they're not a threat at all, kill them, take the damage. Oh, this is another thing right here. The boosts, if you can see that there's no zombies going directly for the boost as soon as it comes up, go get it. It helps you to do more damage, and it helps to keep it out of their hands so they don't get stronger. See how fast I just demolished that zombie right there because I've got the extra boost. As long as my hands are glowing, I've got that extra boost. So I kept it out of the zombie's hands, and I'm doing more damage now because of it. Unfortunately, that one I knew there was a zombie over there. I was not able to get down to it, but I watched for him to come out, and I'm going to go ahead and start working him here. You can see I'm already up to almost 2,000 damage. These zombies are being really passive, and sometimes that just gets frustrating. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do because the zombies are so passive. So that's one note I want to definitely make is you cannot win or gain points as a zombie if you hide. The worst that's going to happen, they kill you, you respawn, and you start over. So just get out there and fight. Go do the damage. Don't hang out by the boost hoping that you'll be the one to get it. So you're just going to sit here and just kind of babysit and watch for these zombies to come at you. Anytime you get a chance to work a zombie, just take some shots. Don't wait until you have a good shot at them, just take the shots. And now right here I do something dumb. Instead of running as soon as they got turned, I stayed there. Luckily I got turned into a vanquisher right then, but normally that would have been a recipe for me to be turned into a zombie right near the end. And then I would have been on a tough team to win with. But luckily I did turn into a vanquisher, so now it's a matter of defending. And right here is a good point as well. Just because you're a vanquisher doesn't mean you have to run away all the time. Right here I've got a good controlled spot on B. These guys have got to come at us, and yeah, he's going to do a good bit of damage to me, but I'm also going to kill him. I'm going to take care of these kings, and I'm going to take them one at a time so that I don't have to keep fighting them as I'm running and dealing with 10 different zombies. The idea here is to winnow them down slowly as well as you can, and just keep moving. And for heaven's sake, keep fighting. I hate watching when I've died and the other zombies, or look at this guy. He's a king and he's just sitting out there hiding. Great job, you survived to the end, but you know what? You didn't do any damage and you lost. So you didn't gain anything by being a chicken out there. All you did was make your game boring. You should have just come and attacked. You probably would have lost. That's for sure. I don't doubt at all, but you lost anyway. So you may as well have some fun doing it. Anyway, as you can see here, I was able to pull down over 2,000 points. I've often had matches at 25, 2,600. It's not uncommon at all for me. If you're over 2,000 points, you're going to be first place. That's all there is to it. So thanks for watching. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button down below. And as always, may you see your enemies first and may your shot be their last.